Okay, so let's walk through the changes for version 0.8.0. At some point I'm going to do a whole new tutorial series, but in this case I'm just going to walk through the latest changes. The menu here in the Files tab have been simplified somewhat. This button used to be named Import, but now it's named Data because I think that's more clear. It actually imports raw data straight onto whatever chart you have. And I only have one list box here now where you can quickly access chart files that have been loaded recently. And the reason why I only have one list box instead of two now is because it used to be that whenever you wanted to update this data, you also had to go in here and then go into your data file and actually load that as well so that the data would get updated. But now this is done automatically. And the way it works is that, let me show you here. So this is a chart file and this is a raw data file. And I'm going to go in here and keep in mind you never have to edit this thing manually. Okay, I'm just showing you how it works. So here's a chart file with a whole bunch of information about what data you have on the chart and aims and so on. And way down here you have an import path, which is the path to this file. So it knows to always check this file for updates. So whenever you update this file, which is this file here, if you make a new entry here and then load the chart here, it's going to make sure that if there's an additional data point here, it's going to get added automatically. This is not going to work if you were to move this file or rename it, and then this thing is just going to use whatever data it currently has. And you would have to connect the file again or a new file by going in here and importing data. But you only have to do that, well, not once if you change it, but otherwise you only have to do it once. So it is much easier and more convenient to now update your charts. I hope that was clear. I'll write a summary of that on my GitHub as well. Next, we have drag and drop capabilities that have been added. So let me show you that. If you want to load your files in a different way, you can just do this, drag and drop, like this. And you can do that with raw data files as well, like this. Oops. Next we have aim slopes. So it used to be that you could only add aims as flat lines like this. And now you can also control the placement of the text, left, middle, right. But in addition to that, you can now also add aims as acceleration lines if you select slope here. So now you get two values. You get the baseline value here and you get the target value. And based on that, you get a acceleration line with an estimate of what kind of acceleration you would need to get to this target in time. And automatically it will add this acceleration estimate. However, you don't have to pick that as your text. You can just write something else here, right? You can just write goal and then it's going to add goal like this. But otherwise, you get the acceleration slope, which is quite useful in some cases. And the final feature that I want to show you is the auto-saving feature in the configuration options. So right now, autosave charts, which is this new feature that I have added, is on, which means that whenever you load a chart, if I were to turn this thing off, just shut down the app, then this chart is automatically going to get saved. And the same when I switch between chart types. If this thing is off, the app is just going to always ask, do you want to save this or not? And that concludes the updates for version 0.8.0.